Because tropical storm Jerry is continuing to move away from Antigua Barbuda and the rest of the Leeward Islands.
Yeah, now this meant that a flash flood warning issued early this morning was downgraded to a flash flood advisory, and that advisory was discontinued at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So, are we looking at any further rains in the forecast from the remnants of Jerry? And I know that Letitia Humphreys is here with us this evening, definitely to give us an update.
Absolutely. So, joining us early in the broadcast, you will rejoin us a bit later on, but Letitia will talk with us about the very latest. So, good evening to you, Letitia. Firstly, how far away is Jerry now, and what's the forecast for the rest of tonight into tomorrow for Antigua Barbuda?
Well, good evening, Garfield and Nicola and everyone joining us tonight. Well, you did in fact say, we have to weather the weather in spite of the weather, whether we like it or not. So now we continue to monitor the progress of Jerry. Jerry at 5 o'clock this afternoon was located just about 230 miles to the north of the Leeward Islands. Although the center is much further away from us in the northern east, we have to weather the weather in spite of the weather, whether we like it or not. So now we continue to monitor the progress of Jerry. Jerry at 5 o'clock this afternoon was located just about 230 miles to the north of the Leeward Islands. Although the center is much further away from us in the northern eastern Caribbean, it is leaving a trail of clouds, and that is causing a lot of cloudy skies on the outside for us. The rains have died down a little bit, yes. However, there is still some lingering, what we call instability or some unstable conditions. If you see on our satellite imagery, you're going to be seeing some flashes, and that is indicating a lot of thunderstorm activity that was trailing behind the center of Jerry. So we know that the center of Jerry is all the way to the north of the Leeward Islands. Here we see that circulation going on here, and as it continues to move towards the northwest, Jerry is actually expected to make a turn towards the north late tonight, continue on that path for the next couple of days, and then make a turn towards the east. But those lingering clouds will continue to push across our area. Here we are, Antigua and Barbuda, and we see some thunderstorm activity still to the south of us. And at 5 p.m., as I mentioned, Jerry was located just around 21.5 degrees to the north, 63.6 degrees to the west, and that is just about 230 miles to the north of the northern Leeward Islands. And it is moving just about 15 miles per hour, has slowed down just a little bit from the 11 a.m. advisory. It was moving at around 16 miles per hour. However, the strength remains the same at 50 miles per hour and is not forecast to actually strengthen much further, because as you see, the center continues to be sheared from the mass of clouds associated with it, which means it is not strengthening as it would like, and that is expected to continue being the case as the upper level winds will continue to push those clouds to the south and to the southwest of the system. Now, in terms of the wind history associated with Jerry here, I'm just going to show you quickly what happened across our area. So Jerry, you can see that the wind field expanded as it moved closer to us in the Caribbean. It's going to loop again, and then you're going to see as it skirted on the eastern side of Antigua and even Barbuda. So our automatic stations, that's actually where we have them located. So we don't actually have one located on the eastern side of Barbuda, but on the western side, it sampled wind up to 41 miles per hour in Barbuda, and for Antigua, on our eastern side now, it sampled winds up to 44 miles per hour. So that is telling us that we did actually see some gusts up to tropical storm force strength. And you see as the wind moves across the area, it actually skirted us here in Antigua and Barbuda. Now just a quick look at the radar showing you the rainfall progression over the past 24 hours. So this was around 9:30 last night. The times are in universal time. So this is around 9:30 last night, and this one was just about minutes to 1, just about 12:47. And you can see the progression of the showers as they moved inland. And this last shot, just about 4 o'clock this morning, you see how the yellows and the reds, that a lot of thunderstorm activity was associated with that. And here now is our lightning mapper showing you can barely see, well, you can't see Antigua and Barbuda because it was under all of this lightning activity you would have experienced over the last 24 hours. In terms of our rainfall summary now, here is just a list of how the rainfall distribution was across the area. Our Coolidge station, as they mentioned earlier in the forecast, recorded over 9 inches of rainfall. Yes, 9 inches of rainfall in the last 24 hours, and the rest of the area recording up to 3 inches at Dunbar's, and the rest of the area even higher. So between 3 to 9 inches over the last 24 hours. And lastly, this shot showing the rainfall distribution, showing that most of the rainfall occurred on the eastern and southern side of the island. So we saw a shot of Potworks Dam, which puts it in the eastern side of the island. In that area, they recorded over 4 inches of rainfall, and Barbuda just about 4 inches as well. So that's the rainfall distribution associated with Jerry so far. There are some lingering clouds. Occasional showers are possible throughout the rest of the night and even into tomorrow, but I'll get into more details in the forecast when I return a bit later.
Before you run away from us, Letitia, fisher folk, what advice would you give to them? Sea swells, what do they do? Is it safe to go back into the water? Tell us a little bit before you wrap up.
Certainly. Well, the high surf advisory has been discontinued as well. There was a high surf warning for yesterday and for the early part of today. All of that has been discontinued. So just a small craft caution that is in effect as the winds are picking back up just a bit. So a small craft caution in effect mainly for the eastern side of the island.
Thank you so much, Letitia.
Certainly.
What a comprehensive update.
Yes, definitely.
And Letitia, the lightning last night went into this morning. It was extraordinary, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely. And you know, as usual, this is my, my thing. So I enjoy the lightning and the thunder. You might not as much as I do. So I was up and I was monitoring all that was going on. Here we can see on the lightning mapper, those reds showing us the most recent thunderstorm activity. So we were basically peppered. We were peppered by a lot of lightning activity last night. Yes, so we did have somewhat of a lightning show.
You love lightning and thunder. You're not astrophobic and brontophobic?
Not at all. Not
all right.
at all.
Thank you so much, Letitia. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to you rejoining us a bit later on as well. Thanks. All right, let's...
So we continue to monitor the rest of the Atlantic. Although Jerry is out of our area, there is a tropical wave that is approaching us. It is a bit active and we will continue to keep an eye on it, but stay tuned and I'll have more details after this word from our sponsor.
The weather report is brought to you by Leeward Islands Hurricane Protection.
Welcome back. On our satellite imagery or infrared satellite, we see clearly here Tropical Storm Jerry as it moves out of the area. Also, there is a tropical wave that is in the main development region. We can see signs of activity where we're seeing some thunderstorm and some heavy showers associated with that tropical wave. However, as of right now, the National Hurricane Center has not identified it as an area to investigate, but of course we will continue to keep an eye on that tropical wave as it moves across our area, as we are anticipating an increase in the chance of showers as it moves into the area earlier next week. Now, in terms of our tropical weather outlook, we see Jerry here to the north of us in the Eastern Caribbean. There's another area that was a tropical storm earlier today, Tropical Storm Karen, and now Tropical Storm Karen is now post-Tropical Storm Karen as it is in cold waters, and so it is not getting a chance to develop into much, and so it is expected to be the last advisory to be issued on Tropical Storm Karen. Now, in terms of what happened across our area today, in terms of our summary, we had a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius or 84 degrees Fahrenheit. For Antigua, 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. For Barbuda, of course, on the cloudy skies, and we had some showers very early throughout the day, and then this afternoon they started to peter off a bit. But however, the cloudy conditions continue to linger. The winds are out of the south and averaging just about 12 miles per hour throughout today. Presently, as I mentioned, the cloudy conditions continue. The average temperature 26 degrees Celsius or 79 degrees Fahrenheit, and the breeze a little bit lighter out of the south at just about 4 miles per hour. Now we expect a wind shift to the southeast later tonight, and the winds to increase a bit to 15 to 20 miles per hour. The overnight low dropping to 23 degrees Celsius or 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're anticipating some occasional showers and just a slight chance of thunderstorms as we continue to see some lingering unstable conditions in the area. So the chance of showers remain on the higher side. However, we are not anticipating a deluge of rainfall, nothing like what we would have experienced last night. Now tomorrow, a moderate chance of showers in the forecast at just about 60%, a daytime high 34 degrees Celsius or 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wind will continue out of the southeast within that moderate range. Now there's a small craft caution that is in effect as a result of the increase in the winds. The wave heights maxing to around 2.1 meters or 7 feet, particularly on the southern and the eastern side of the island. So this is mainly for the open waters, and so the nearshore areas or the coastal areas are a little bit less hazardous at this time, although all the swells are not out of the area. But the high surf advisory and the high surf warning has been discontinued. Over the weekend, we're anticipating a moderate chance of showers. As a matter of fact, over the weekend and into the new week, a moderate chance of showers. That tropical wave being in our area around Monday, bringing us to around a 60% chance of showers. And the breeze will shift back to the east-southeast and then to the east, which we are accustomed to. And so we're looking for The daytime high is just about 34 degrees Celsius or 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and the overnight low is just around 23, 24 thereabout, and the seas will remain within that marginally safe era. And that brings us to the end of tonight's weather. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Letitia. A lot still going on.
Indeed.
And everyone is glued to their televisions or their devices because they want to know what's going on, what's happening.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah.
And we are approaching the second peak of the hurricane season, which is October 15th. So, of course, continue to monitor with us and stay prepared in the event that we should have anything develop.
That's why we are your weather headquarters. When the weather is the news, trust us for credible and timely updates. Letitia and her colleagues in the Met Office ensure that happens, whatever the weather.
Certainly.
Even there at the Met Office. Thank you so much, Letitia. Really appreciate it. When we come back with